Okay, a little bit out of breath. I had to run back to the house to grab my camera. You know, usually barn finds, I go take them out and do videos on them, but I've got a buddy that owns a junkyard that is a, you know, late model junkyard, and he picked up a barn find, and then I traded him later model junk or cars or scrap, salvage, whatever you want to call it, for this older stuff. And so we've got a barn find Nash that I want to do a little video on, and pretty nice car. I believe it's a 48. Don't have paperwork, but you know, like I said, do a bonded title, I guess. But anyway, I'll show you what it looks like here. Still got cobwebs hanging in it and been sitting for a long time. Go ahead, Charlie, say something stupid.
Nice.
Go ahead and say something stupid.
Are you going to fix it?
Why did you just say that? Oh, it does open.
I even threw the piece of exhaust pipe back in there because it had a hanger on.
Possum in there somewhere.
Well, we don't mind. We don't mind possums.
It's just unbelievable that it's so original. You just don't find that anymore. I will tell you, the hood cable is gone.
Okay.
I accidentally shut the hood. I had to get it back open, so I had to mess around with it for a while to get it, but I finally got it. So it's only clicked on one. Suicide door.
I don't think it's
48. It should be. I think it was 48 was the last year.
Not too many companies still done that by that time.
And you know, Nash made cars after this, so
Yeah.
you know, just a cool car.
It's got all 4 trim rings. Hopefully we can. Be nice if the center capsule's in it. May or may not be. Got some rust, but it's not bad. Pretty original old car. Got a little damage on the roof and a little damage on the hood, like maybe a limb fell on it or something. But I'll get her off and take a look at her. I'll see you. We'll check and see if this thing's stuck. If it's not stuck, then maybe we can do a startup on it. Alright. Okay, we got some damage on the roof, which could probably be knocked out. It's got a little bit of a crease over here, but a lot of that, I think, would come out of that thing. In the hood. Not terrible. Not terrible. Look inside a little bit. A lot of cobwebs still in it. Back full of cobwebs. Got an original plastic horn button. Clock. It's in the glove compartment lid. Looks like they had an add-on cigarette lighter. Add-on turn signals that wasn't hooked up. It's a rough old car, but you know, it was actually at the junkyard, so at least it's not going to get crushed. Not while I'm around, anyway. Got some old books and see what we got here. Danger is a way of joy. That's medicine. Maybe we can find a date on one of these. They're in a little rough shape. Well, it just says Route 4. We got the name. 4 month of 65. So the magazines are from 1965, and it wouldn't surprise me if it's been that long since this thing's been ran or on the road. It sure has been sitting a long time. But I don't know if we're going to be able to get the engine started or not. It's probably going to be stuck hard. Now maybe I won't hit my head. Oh, no springs. That's what the board's for. Overhead valve, of course. I don't know if that, well, I guess it's supposed to be there. Got a hole all the way through it. I don't see any freeze cracks in it. This is the water pump runs off to the back of this generator. Got an integrated head where the intake manifold is made into the head. And the exhaust manifold looks like the pipe just butts up to the engine block. Like, or the head, where the head is, looks like it's just rounded out with a hole, and they must have just went in this pipe and just cut slots out of it, and this pipe just clamps to it. I've never seen nothing so simple, right? And the radiator is lower than the engine, lower than the thermostat housing, so you can see it's got this tank, which is about off of it, but let's see if we can get this back up to where it belongs. This would have been up here. McCord, Detroit. So that's how that would have fit. Got mice inside, nest inside. Overhead valve. Somebody has had the valve cover off and taken the rockers out, but I did find the rockers laying in the back floorboard. Now the valves could have been stuck. They could have been getting ready to pull the head off. It's really hard to say. But another thing kind of funny is it's got a radiator with end tanks instead of a top and bottom tank, and I don't remember. It's the earliest of that style I've seen. I don't know who else done it or who done it first, but that's really early. Now, I've got a good idea that this engine is not going to turn at all, but we're going to grab the fan either way. See what happens. Belt slipping. Oh, but I can't believe it. It actually turned. Yeah. It went again. Yeah, she's rocking back and forth. That's a good sign. All our push rods are there. We've got an old carburetor there. Distributor's there. We've got to start it. I don't have a choice. It's like in my DNA. That's the lines for the pressurized. I'll have to see if it's all there, but I'm betting it is. Now these are not broke. This is actually the way these are made. 3 sets. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. 12 of them. That's what we need. Yeah, you wouldn't think there'd be any snakes in here, would you? Let's see if we can find him. He's probably under that seat there, hibernating. See him in there? Hello. Well, it's not stuck. Got a tag on it. Let me clean that tag off a little bit. We got to see that. Yeah, we can see a little bit of it. Got fire in order and got the ignition timing and points gap. I haven't done any research whatsoever on this, but I mean, I've got to assume that it's a Nash engine. And you know, I could be wrong, but that's what I'm assuming anyway. This is where the oil line hooks in. I think we've got everything to make it start. It'll probably take quite a bit to get it started, just because it's been sitting so long. I was trying to find the oil dipstick, but I'm not seeing it. I don't mean it ain't there. It ain't on the fill. Sometimes they'll have a little rod on the fill. brought any snakes with him, right? Buddy of mine seen one yesterday, so it's actually warm enough for snakes now. I don't feel none down there. Okay. Let me keep looking and I'll come back to you. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, I cannot find an oil dipstick on this thing. I don't know if it's just missing or taken out and it was down in here somewhere. I don't know. I guess it's about time to do a little research on something, right? I don't know if that hole, as you can see, that hole goes all the way through. It looks like I see light. Yep. Got a hole all the way through the side of the engine, but it's made there. So I'm assuming, like I said, this is made by Nash. But like I said, we've got to start it. It's old 3-speed. Or we've got to try to start it. I mean, usually anything that's not stuck will run one way or the other. So go through there with a hammer and tap each one of them valves and see if they're stuck. Make sure they're not. If they are, we can spray around the valve stems and maybe get them freed up. And then we'll pull the plugs and clean them and points, and I guess I need to check the other side and make sure there's a starter on it. Yeah, the points look nice and clean. I don't think that'll be an issue there. Rotor buttons on it, so that won't be a problem. Tell you what, I just don't see a dipstick anywhere. I hope somebody else don't see it in the video and then tell me I'm crazy. We'll figure it out, right? I think it used to say possibly super on the sides of it, but both emblems are missing. So let's see if this hood will shut back down. Alright. It's a neat looking front end, right? Alright. Well, I was hoping to find the hubcaps inside of it, but I didn't find any of them. But like I said, the beauty rings are still on it. There's the air cleaner. There's an old horse hang. There's some lead weights. Kiefer. Let's see how many more weights we got in here. There's a better one. U.S. divers. Well, we know what they are. Diver weights. There's a spare ram. A tire. Not finding any snakes. An old wrench. There's a horse hang. Supposed to hang curtain rods. That's probably the hood springs. They don't look very big, but that's not a very heavy hood. Got a little rust back here. The rest of it looks pretty good though. And the air cleaner, which looks a lot like a Hudson, or reminds me of a Hudson air cleaner. Oil bath. Pair of shoes. Well, one shoe. Alright. Skipper bowls for governor. I ain't got my phone with me. I was gonna check to see when he ran. Alright. Alright, I guess I need one more thing to check. Looks nice underneath. I need to check and see if solder's still on it. Didn't look. I forgot to look. I guess I could go back and look at the video, but check while I'm out there. Yep. Alright. Starter's there. I'm assuming the battery probably goes under the floor. Maybe on the passenger side. Don't know. I wouldn't think. Oh, okay, under the seat. There is a wing. It's a clip-on. I'll show you what that, I think where that goes in a minute. I don't see our snake anywhere. Plenty of room for him to get in now. 6-bolt. Let's see. If I was a guessing man, I'd say for sure that this is positive ground. And the reason I say that is because this post hole is the big one, and this post hole is a small one. So I'd say for sure that is the red there. These seats, they look brown to me, but now they look like a burgundy. The seats are actually in good shape, probably been recovered at one time. Looks like it had that painted wood trim on it. This metal they painted to look like wood. And I think this maybe clips on to the top of the the vent window. It goes right there. Chicago, Illinois. So anyway, we'll definitely try to get this thing started. Don't know when. Like I said, it's gonna need a little work, but not a bad old car. Maybe somebody will need parts, or somebody maybe be interested in bringing it back to life. It is an ambassador. So anyway, appreciate everybody watching, and I'll show you more later. Bye.